Hey, my name is Connor, and welcome to Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto markets. In this video, I'll be sharing with you my top 5 altcoins for the month of August 2021. August is the last month of quarter 3 of the year, which means quarter 4 is right around the corner. And looking at previous market cycles, Q4 is the most bullish time of the year for cryptocurrency. So now is the time to position yourself for the massive gains that are to come. So if you want to learn my top 5 coins that you should be looking into right now at this moment in time, be sure to stick with me until the very end of this video. And if you are new to Crypto Empire, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below, smash the like button, comment, and share it with your friends, and turn on all bell notifications so you don't miss any future videos. And let the gains be with you. So to start off this video, let's take a look at the market cap as a whole so we can get the bigger picture. Bitcoin is trading at $40,490, and we have Ethereum. It was Ethereum's big day today with the London hard fork, which means that Ethereum is now a deflationary asset. Every single transaction, a percentage of Ethereum is burned. There's already been well over $10 million of Ethereum burned. So thousands of ETH are now being burned daily, so expect in the future definitely a bit of a scarcity narrative like Bitcoin has now, which of course is very bullish for Ethereum. We have a total market cap of $1.7 trillion, with a Bitcoin dominance down to about 44.2%. So the market is looking pretty good at this moment in time. Without further ado, let's hop into my 5 altcoins. My first altcoin that I will be discussing is Cardano ADA. Now, before we go any further, please note that I am not a financial advisor. You need to do your own research, and if you buy or sell any cryptocurrency, that is your full responsibility. With that being said, my first coin for the month of August is Cardano. For a very simple reason, actually, another kind of fundamental narrative to play off of is the launch of smart contracts after the Alonzo hard fork. So Charles did say that the launch date for Alonzo would be announced shortly, so we are not sure of what the date will be. However, it was said many times that it will be in August. However, with that being said, of course, Cardano loves to keep on pushing back the dates. I really hope that it does happen in August now. However, I'm not going to get too reliant on the outcome right now based off of the team and the project's previous tactics of keep on pushing back the date. But with that being said, regardless, Cardano has been a top 10 cryptocurrency since it was launched, and it has one of the strongest communities in crypto. So with that being said, let's take a look at the price chart so that you guys can see what is happening with Cardano and possibly find a good area for entry. So with all of the coins that I do go over, it's super important to understand that you want to be buying these coins when they are in a period of accumulation. See up here what happened with Cardano when it made its new all-time high at $2.47. This was not the time to buy. The time to buy was over here, right? This was an accumulation period. Over here, another accumulation period. And of course, all of this accumulation during the bear market. So you want to buy during accumulation and you want to be selling during distribution. Distribution is this. Right? After a peak, everybody starts to sell, take profit. The coins get distributed among many hands. That is when you want to be selling, not buying. So if we look at Cardano, it has now been back in this kind of accumulation range between $1.50 and $1. Every time it drops back down to $1, it gets bought up very quickly, and price has not been able to break $1.50. We have one attempt right here. So this is for sure the breakout line. We can see multiple attempts at the $1.50 line over here. So if you want to trade this, it's very simple actually. You would just wait for the breakout of the $1.50 level, take a long, and ride it out, because like I said, Alonzo hard fork is going live hopefully this month. So expect retail to FOMO into Cardano based off of it being pumped in the media, in the news, which serves you as the educated trader investor playing from a position of strength to make a lot of money. So that's my first coin, guys. I'm not going to overcomplicate the technical analysis. Play the breakout, not financial advice. Moving on, my number 2 cryptocurrency for the month of August is going to be Pirate Chain. So Pirate Chain, I did make a full video explaining exactly what the protocol is, all of its fundamentals. If you want to watch that video, I'll put a card up right here. It's a super important project for security and privacy reasons. The team is continuing to work and develop the product so that it will be a direct competitor with Monero. Now Monero is still the main privacy coin at this moment in time. However, Pirate Chain does have a lot going for it, and it has a ton of potential. It is now trading on KuCoin. So if you want to get some Pirate Chain, guys, if you don't have a KuCoin account yet, there's a link down in the description below. With that being said, we can see Pirate Chain has a market cap rank of 111 with a market cap of $669 million. So this thing cracked the top 50 a few times when we had the crazy kind of bull cycle a few months ago. And I do expect it to run hard once again. As we can see, its all-time high is $16.76. Like I said, you want to be buying during accumulation. A bunch of whales were buying when it was less than $1. They take profits above $15. Retail buys at those levels. You want to do the opposite of what retail does do. So with that being said, let's take a look at the Pirate Chain price chart and see if we can find some areas of interest. We'll also be looking at the Bitcoin price chart, priced in Pirate Chain as well. Super important to be able to get both pictures. So what do we have here? We had the launch on KuCoin, hit a price target of $5, retraced, and now we are forming a bit of an uptrend, right? So we didn't quite make a higher high, but regardless, we did have a bit of a double bottom down here, which is a trend reversal signal. Now we're pulling back. Now, if we can create a higher high here, this would be a confirmed uptrend, and that is good, right? You don't want to be buying during a downtrend. You want to be buying during an uptrend. So right now, $3.60, that is down 78% from its all-time high. So you're not buying the top with this one. It's looking like it's forming an uptrend, and it has a ton of potential with its fundamentals, which is why I do believe that it can have a good run this August and going forward towards the end of the year as well. Let's also take a look at the Pirate Chain Bitcoin chart, and we can see that it is kind of the same situation, same looking chart. Had a massive pump up here to 15,000 Satoshis. Very interesting. But with that being said, our current retracement, we did test the 50% right here. I'll remake the move so that you guys can get a better idea of how I got this 50% level. So I take the high and I take it down to the start of the move, and we can see that our 50% retracement is right here at 7,954 Satoshis. So if we see another pullback to this area, we can see multiple times this has been used as resistance as well, this 50% level. So we always look for confluence like that with fib levels. So I do like this about 8,000 Satoshi level as an entry for Pirate Chain on Bitcoin. So that is my number 2 coin. Let's move on to coin number 3, and that is a very popular cryptocurrency, one of my favorites. Been making a lot of content about it for a very specific reason. That is Terra Luna. Luna currently back in the, it's not top 20, it's top 21 right now, with a market cap of $5.956 billion. Luna has the all-time high of $22. This thing was down to $4, $5, $6 for quite a while. You had plenty of time to accumulate. I did give multiple kind of signals in Telegram. Even here on YouTube, I was making content about it. So you were warned about Luna. This thing is an absolute beast because there's a number of reasons. One of the main reasons is the stable coins such as Tether, USDC, etc. There's an argument, there's a lot of FUD that they come from centralized companies and they don't show their full balance sheets and they're suspicious and we need to crack down, we need regulation on stable coins, etc. Well, with Terra Luna, Terra the blockchain, they have an algorithmic stablecoin UST. It is decentralized. There is no one centralized party. And Luna, with the process of seigniorage, if you want to learn more about seigniorage, go ahead and watch my full Luna video where I explain the fundamentals of the project. But basically, Luna dictates how much UST is in circulation by a complex burning mechanism. And it is an algorithmic stablecoin that solves the issue of centralized stablecoins like Tether. Also, Luna stakers get rewarded in airdrops with new projects that launch on the ecosystem, and there's going to be estimated 50 plus more projects launching on the Terra network. All you need to be doing is staking your Luna to get these airdrops. So I expect these fundamental reasons to push this price, this coin, realistically into the top 15, top 10. It has that potential. Let's take a look at the price chart, and we can see that this thing has gone vertical. We did have the retest here. This was called out in the group, so congratulations if you did catch that one. But we can see we are now facing resistance. I can draw a horizontal line at this high it did make, and this is for sure an area of interest for multiple reasons. Right, we have some touches over here, multiple, supply demand zones in the area. So this is a key level over here at $15.60. With that being said, we want to go long on a pullback possibly. So where might we want to go long? Well, we can take our Fibonacci price retracement tool. We can start at the top of the move and take it down to the bottom, hook it on the bottom. And we can see that the 38.2 level, which is a continuation level for the fib, does line up quite well with a demand zone, a rally-based rally demand zone right here. Make this chart bigger. So $11.13 does look like a decent level for Luna. Also, just looking at the chart, I'll draw a horizontal line right here. So the top of the zone, $11.70 down to $10 is my key area of interest for Terra Luna. Also, we can take a look at the Luna Bitcoin chart. It's currently trading at 35,407 satoshis. We can see that this thing is making new highs in terms of Bitcoin, which is very bullish. Very, very bullish for Luna. So Luna is really leading the market at this moment in time. Made a higher high, or just tested the high in terms of Bitcoin. So definitely don't just throw all of your Bitcoin into this right now. It's at the highs. With that being said, it could run very hard just as well. So that is why I said you want to be buying during accumulation. Looking at the chart, accumulation is down here, the sideways price action. Regardless, Luna, I'm expecting it to keep on going, right? It's already been a top performer in the market, and this thing, the sky's the limit, like I said, for the fundamental reasons. So Luna, have it on your radar. Moving on, my number 4 cryptocurrency for the month of August is another favorite of mine that I talk about quite a bit here in the Crypto Empire YouTube channel, Polkadot. So the Kusama Parachain auctions did officially launch. The head development team of Polkadot and Kusama are currently in a bit of a retreat, putting their brilliant minds together to figure out how to finish up the Kusama Parachain auctions, and then they want to get started on the Polkadot Parachain auctions after Kusama. So we are waiting for the announcement of Polkadot Parachain auctions going live. Now, when this happened for Kusama, it was a sell the news event, really. It did pump like past $500 on Kusama, and then the market turned bearish. Everybody just started selling their Kusama. So that is why I said in the beginning of the video with Ethereum, retail loves to FOMO into news narratives. So now, before the narrative starts to pick up, is when you want to be essentially accumulating your DOT. We can go ahead and take a look at the price chart. So Polkadot did bottom out at $10, and it has made a nice recovery. As we can see from this yellow dotted line, this is a key area of resistance. It is a support resistance flip. As we can see, resistance multiple times over here, then support, more support over here, and going to present day, it's being used as resistance. So this $19.25 level, expect this to be broken. Our next areas of interest would be over here at the $27 level, another key support resistance flip on the chart. Now, this thing pretty much went straight up. It's in a strong uptrend, so we want to look to buy the pullbacks. Now, where might we go? We already had a pullback testing this support area formerly resistance. So, we could definitely test this area again. Looking at a 4-hour chart, let's see if we can see a better picture of what's going on really. So if we see another drop down to $15, it's definitely a great opportunity. We can take our fib and measure this move and see that the 50% is right here at $15. That looks really good. 38.2 is over here at $16.21. I like the 50% retracement at $15 for Polkadot. If we see that again, it could serve as an excellent entry, not financial advice. With that being said, looking at the .Bitcoin chart, also looking very healthy, also went vertical, also facing a level of resistance. So go ahead and look to scoop some up on the pullback if you want to flip your Bitcoin for more DOT. Looking at where this has been, this thing has a lot of legs to run, well over a 2x on your Bitcoin for Polkadot. So it's on my radar. This is one that I constantly DCA into personally, and I will continue to do so in the years to come because this will be a main blockchain and it will be a household name as well, in my opinion. Now moving on to my number 5 altcoin for the month of August, we have an exchange coin, an exchange token, and that is FTX, ticker symbol FTT. So the FTX exchange is one of the most popular cryptocurrency exchanges, especially for trading on margin in the world. They do have a US version that US residents need to use that isn't nearly as good as the version that everybody else gets to use. But regardless, the FTT token does give you a number of benefits for having an account open with them. And looking at BNB, we can definitely see that this thing can have a BNB type of run. If we look at the all-time high, we're at $63. We're down 36% from the all-time high. So FTT, for these reasons, fundamentally, it's a very strong project led by one of the most brilliant minds in cryptocurrency. Has top-level marketing as well. If we look at their Twitter, they're constantly partnering up with sports venues, sports teams to get more eyes on their product. So they do an amazing job at marketing. And here we have Sam, their CEO, who just does nothing but work. He's a billionaire. He's like 28 years old. Very smart guy. Looking at the price chart, we can see that it is also in a bit of an uptrend. You can call this an inverse head and shoulders. You can call this a triple bottom. Regardless, this is a bullish reversal signal, right? It was in a downtrend, sell-off. Now we have this bottoming pattern. Now we're making our way upwards, and we are in a level of resistance going back. You can draw it over here. We're testing this level over here, bit of a supply zone. So definitely don't be surprised if we see it pull back, although we're on our second or third attempt of this testing this zone right here. We have this one red candle where we just wicked into it. Now we're pushing higher into the level. So it's very well possible that we could break this, but it usually takes a few knocks at the door to break through these key supply zones. So be on the lookout for an opportunity to take a trade on this one. Levels to watch out for, I would say look for the 38.2 at $33.74. Not financial advice. And then looking at some potential profit targets, $51 does look good. And then we have these levels over here, $55, and then the all-time high over here is $63 as well. So that is FTT. So looking at the Bitcoin chart, we can also see a bit of a bottoming pattern over here. Now we're making an uptrend, right? We made the low. Now we made a higher. We didn't quite make a higher high in this attempt. We tested the supply zone. We pulled back, but we made a higher low here. Then we tested the supply zone, made another higher low. Now we broke these highs over here, which is a confirmed uptrend on the Bitcoin price chart. So if we're going to look for a pullback, we already had one down to this former supply zone. With that being said, we can go ahead, let me clear this chart. We can go ahead and draw our fib. And we can see, again, I would stick to, because we're uptrending right now, we want to be buying in continuation levels. and that would be 38.2 and the 50%. So about 90,000 Satoshis and 85,000 Satoshis for FTT versus Bitcoin. So these are my top 5 cryptos for the month of August. We are now wrapping up quarter 3, headed into quarter 4. So now is the time to position yourself to play from a position of strength and capture the huge gains that are to come. All of the coins that I mentioned in this video, they do have very strong fundamentals. They are backed by strong teams. They have a real product, a real use case, and they have strong communities. You want to look for projects that tick all of these boxes. If you did agree with any of my picks, or even if you disagreed, definitely let me know by leaving a comment down below. And if you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe to Crypto Empire if you're not already subscribed, and turn on all bell notifications so you don't miss any future videos. And my name is Connor from Crypto Empire, and I will see you in the next video.